started getting make look a lot.
And the way he said it, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have some hot kids. I'm on drugs.
I nearly died.
Yeah.
I don't know what arse tastes like, just for reference.
Do you want this, baby?
Alrighty, welcome back to the BNT poddy, aka the Braith and Tamana podcast. Welcome to season 2, episode 3. We got lovely Kenny the Goat. How are we?
Good, how are you?
How's it going?
That was a dead handshake.
Yeah, dead handshake. Dead. Anyway, how you been?
No, not too bad. How about you
Yeah.
guys? You guys been good?
Yeah,
We've been good. We've been keen to have you
Yeah.
on. We tried to get you last season. We filmed. failed.
Busy.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, our first guest of season 2, by the way. That's
How do you feel about that?
Two things. Well, I feel honoured to be here, but I feel like you guys have milked like the channel so much that you need someone like me to come on and just create absolute havoc for like views. So,
Yeah, honestly, let's talk about, you bring a lot of views. Let's talk about some of the moments. Let's talk mostly about the Queensland vlog.
Yeah.
About some of the funny moments in the cabin.
I'm saying, well, that's the most viewed video, isn't it, on the channel?
It's actually the Scab music video, but
actually, no,
it's pretty
I
close. It's pretty close.
rate that. That's a W music.
it is
Hey,
up
go
there.
listen to that.
Yeah, go listen to Scab.
The Scab, underrated. But tell us about your Queensland experience, being on the Queensland vlog. What were your overall thoughts on being in the cabin?
Like
and
Queensland or like
just the whole experience, yeah.
Well, it's the first time going to Queensland, so it's pretty it was different. It was fun.
Yeah.
Cabins. Oh, you went in our cabin, Tamana was.
I was in the cabin.
I kept going in your cabin.
I know you did.
kept coming into ours.
You're the cabin next to us.
Yeah.
I experienced some dark things those
No, I wouldn't say
nights.
dark. It was just the boys. But yeah. There's just a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, I know. A lot of things.
I mean, I said to the teacher, I won't name him, but he's bold. That's all I'll say. Swanton bombed me. Stacked on. Yeah, I nearly died.
Yeah. A lot of cancelled things happened. Do you
we
want to explain yourself?
I don't even know. Well, I walked into the bathroom with him and 2 other people having a shower together.
Yeah, and you had the camera recording. I love it.
Oh yeah, oh no,
anything for the
they cut out the part I was filming myself in the shower.
Yeah.
Did you edit it?
Yeah.
I was in the shower. And
I know. I saw everything of Kenny.
You didn't see the front view.
Everything.
I covered that.
Everything.
No, you didn't. I turned around at one point and started twerking in front of the
Lots
camera.
of slurs, lots of censored parts we had to cut out and bleep out. Even with Nugget, to be
No,
fair.
that's Nugget. Yeah, but Nugget got cancelled, didn't he, on the first podcast video? Was it?
No, I don't. He was actually kind of tame. He was just
No,
like
not cancelled.
he just said sports.
Didn't he get demonetized? Your channel new video demonetized.
I think it did, but
Yeah, it got
He
demonetized
screwed
in
me over,
Russia,
didn't he?
didn't it?
Yeah.
it got demonetized in Russia for some reason. But he spoke for sport for half an hour that everybody after that episode just stopped watching the BNT.
Yeah.
But I feel like now they're starting to pick it up again because they got
you
that
guys,
studio.
I'd say studio. You guys come up with like ideas, and you got the SBAT with you, so you've actually got like, not centre direction, but you've got those guys to help you, I guess. And you're learning as you're going.
So. We're getting there in the world, but also talking about videos. I want to talk about the video that we did together. That was very underrated, I feel.
Yeah,
the one of us trying like random foods.
It was very on the spot. We were like, we're at the shops. We were like, should we get this machine and just try it? And
we're just gonna do little TikToks, and we're like, we could make this a whole video.
Yeah. Is that still on YouTube? It's up on the BNT account. I think that's honestly the least rated video of the BNT.
I say it's the most the least viewed, the most underrated.
Out of any video that we have on the BNT, I think that is I didn't even remember it existed till just then. That's how much it does it. Like,
no one knows about it. But if you want to check it out, we can put the link in the description.
Yeah, I'll chuck some clips.
Not that I don't know what arse tastes like, just for reference. I want people in the comments. Oh, Connor knows what Kenny knows what arse tastes like. He's a weirdo. He screams arse for a living. Yeah, I think that's the start of Kenny's getting cancelled from that as well. The hot milk.
Oh yeah, there was some hot milk.
Oh, there's this milk brand. It was called Hot Kid flavored milk, and we were like, yeah, sure, just get it.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of the video.
And the way he said, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have some hot kids.
Yeah. But I said that purely for the fact that hoping it would get views. We were gonna bleep it. I knew we were gonna bleep that out. It was just funny.
Oh yeah, it started.
I guess now you guys know what he said because it was kind of bleak, but now it was kind of obvious.
It wasn't that bad. Yeah, the milk was called Hot Kid Milk, so I just said, oh, you've got some Hot Kid Milk, and it was taken way out of context, but it was funny
but it was the start of BNT cancelled moments on TikTok. Yeah. I mean, the first one was Blake saying the N-word in the game show. It was so like.
Do they know that he said that?
No, they don't.
Or-
Well, you can most likely
can't even
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're a non-racist, then you probably be like, "What do you say?" But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're a racist, you'd know.
I mean,
Not that we are.
Yeah,
but-
we're not right.
Yeah, none of us are racist.
No, none of us are racist. But like, you know, Kenny was saying this the other day. If
No,
you haven't,
I'm not saying
we
this.
could discuss
Hang on,
this.
hang on.
We could discuss
Let
this.
me go over this. They're saying I'm racist. I'm not. I said, you're lying to me if you've never said a racial slur or laughed at a racial slur in your life.
That's valid though.
I think that's pretty valid.
Have you said or laughed at a racial slur in your life?
You can't, like, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I
Man,
laugh at you all the
Hey,
time.
person in the background, yes? Yeah,
Say-
yeah, he's
Hey,
laughing.
yes.
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 And
Yeah.
yes. See,
See?
we're not racist. It's just that everyone.
It's just the way we are
the
in
world,
2023.
the world's racist.
Yeah.
Like literally, we got all the LIGTs.
No,
and the-
LGBTQs, come on.
Oh, so what are you?
No,
are
I'm
you
not.
like-
I'm not. But just you don't know what they're like. They're a bit. They get mad when you get it wrong. Come on.
Yeah, true. Some people have like attack helicopter in their bio as their pronouns. Like some people.
I don't want to go into that. Let's keep going. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on from that because we don't want to offend people.
Yeah, we're all about positivity. We support no matter what. But we want to keep things going about you being on the camera and stuff. Is the persona of Kenny for the camera? Is it just an act? Is it just all a show? Like, are you a paid actor or?
I'm not paid actor.
You don't get paid shit because we don't make anything from these
No,
videos.
I know we don't.
But
I know we don't. Well,
if we did, you'd probably still get.
I wouldn't get nothing. I wouldn't get anything anyway. I know.
Cameraman Con would for his floor work.
No.
Yeah, his floor work is like, bro, he gets all them floor particles really well.
Can I just say one thing? Did the scab video come out after the Queensland vlog or before the vlog?
It was before.
It was before.
Yeah, it was before.
But it was on no views until the Queensland vlog came out.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. It was like slowly growing.
Yeah.
Our scab, it's been the longest growing
Yeah.
video.
As soon as D-Pan saw it, I think it shot.
Honestly,
from
it's the
there.
kind of thing where videos just go off. But anyway, back to the Kenny thing. I don't know. It's a bit of both. Like obviously, the persona of Kenny, obviously on camera at Queensland was was definitely a lot more than what I am. Like
Yeah.
I feel like off camera I'm still like I'm not gonna say crazy, but like the hyperactive like bantering person. But like I feel like on camera I was like oh, just for the sake of the video I'll just step it up a little bit and try and make it a bit funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially as well, there was no supervision, there was no parents around. I know none of my family watched it, so I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just for the sake of sort of funniness. So I think the part you missed it the most was probably the best part about it was the bus trip home.
Yeah,
You didn't
we
record
got
that.
we got a little bit
You didn't
of
record
bus
that.
trips,
You
but
didn't
we
record
didn't.
that last hour. When you
Yeah.
guys recorded that, you would have skyrocketed by far. You would
Yeah,
have
we
skyrocketed.
would have.
I would have got cancelled, but we would have skyrocketed.
Yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of the Queensland, I had a few messages come in and a few questions, and one of the main questions was, did you take your tablets on the trip? That was something that everyone was asking.
Oh my god. For those who don't know, I've got ADHD.
He'll go more detailed
We'll get into that later.
into
We'll
that later.
get into that later. But ADHD. But I did because someone, I won't say who, they're definitely not here right now, but they made me take them. I was going to take them, but I was happy not to. But like, it's what it is.
Yeah, okay. And also another question that people have been asking, who carried the vlog? Some people saying Nugget, people saying Kenny.
What in what vlog?
In the Queensland vlog, who do you reckon carried?
We both held our own end. Like we both held our own. Nugget obviously had the funny moments. Like I know, like him and I on the what's it called, the big slide.
Wet
See,
Wild.
Wet and Wild was there.
Yeah,
Not see, Wet and Wild, yeah.
Wild, yeah.
Wet and Wild, that was funny. I know he had his like football moments with like the World Cup match that you guys had.
Yeah.
I obviously had when you guys all went out to the outlets.
Yeah.
And I had the camera for that afternoon, and I was just going.
His famous clip of the
You wanted this,
baby.
Yeah, that one. There was you didn't show it, but there was video. I videoed me from like inside like the house. I jumped, like I absolutely launched myself at someone in the pool. I cleaned them up.
That was pretty fun. My favourite.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
I actually got a scar
From that,
from the pool because some of that I won't say who. They're definitely not here right now. He threw Shano and I up in the air, and Shano was going to hit his head on the end of the pool, and I put my hand in front of his head to stop it from hitting his head, and it ripped all the skin off here, and it's scarred.
Yeah, okay.
All I want to do is give you a handshake for that one. You saved Shane Orge's life.
It's
By the
it's
way,
actually his birthday today.
yeah.
Happy birthday,
By
Shane.
the way, as
we're recording.
as
yeah.
recording. So this is coming out tomorrow. So yesterday was Shane Orge's birthday. He had his own episode. I don't know what the number was.
Season 1 episode.
Season
like
1.
4 or 5, I think it was.
No,
Yeah, it was
further down.
about
It was like episode
10 or
8.
12.
No, it wasn't
Yeah,
12. It wasn't
10.
Yeah, it was. It was like 12. 11
Yeah.
or 12.
Whatever,
Whatever
but
the episode was.
I want all of you guys to go watch a little bit of that episode,
Same.
give him some love,
Same
and comment
birthday.
down on this video. Happy birthday, Shane Orge.
He also got his P's as well, so we just want to congratulate him on that.
Official Uber driver.
So if you ever need lifts anywhere, Shane Orge and
Oh my God. Don't put that on him.
doing lifts for money. But also on the Queensland blog yet again, what was your favourite moment of the vlog? I feel like for
The
me,
shower rave was up there. That was funny.
if we're talking about just your moments, my favourite one was when you said, "Who's the alligator?"
We've got a fur in our cupboard! Well, that was the first night, yeah.
Or the
I was
part
so
when it was
tired.
the palmy, and you were like,
That wasn't the first night.
and you were like, "Fuck you,
Tomato.
I'll flip this camera around," and you were like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you, tomato."
Yeah, no.
Or you were like,
That tastes like that was all the first night.
and then you were beef. What's your beef with YouTube
I
Shorts?
don't have beef with it.
You told
No,
YouTube
hang on,
to-
hang
Oh,
on.
YouTube Shorts. Suck you, mum.
Originally it was actually meant to go. It was meant to be a YouTube short.
I think they got
itself.
posted everywhere on YouTube Shorts,
Yeah.
brother.
It was meant to be actually 4 YouTube shorts. I was meant to say that as in that it was like to put it as a YouTube short, but instead it
I think if we just put that clip, YouTube Shorts would have hated us. for
no,
that.
they just come across as like a diss. But yeah, one of my favorites also was the court case with Tamana.
Breaking news. We go live to the room.
Nugget spilt his stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The third court case.
It was off camera, wasn't recorded at the time, but Aaron and I sleep talking. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for
that's pretty good.
context.
Oh yeah,
what
we
day
actually
was it?
this
What-
story actually hasn't been told
what
on the
day was it?
podcast.
Yeah.
It was before Movie World.
Movie World was the second day, so it would have been Wednesday. Yeah, so it would have been Tuesday night.
Yeah, yeah.
Tuesday night we're sleeping. So what we did was we had so when you walk in, there's the lounge room, the kitchen. You walk through in a hallway, and then there's the bathroom, bedroom, bathroom. So we had a weird idea. We were like, you know what? For the boys, let's just all sleep together. Like not like that. So we've got all the mattresses.
Oh, no.
We've got all the
No.
we've got all the mattresses.
Part one of Kenny's gay moments.
We've got all the mattresses out of the rooms and we put them on the floor in the lounge room to watch the World Cup together. Aaron slept in the lounge. It's Tuesday night. I'm asleep. Aaron's asleep. Those 3 boys are awake. It's like 2 a.m., isn't it?
Oh, I'd say 1
1
2 a.m.
1, 2 a.m. Yeah, in the morning. I'm gone. But both of us are gone.
Yeah, at that point, so that was the latest we stayed up that night. It was Shane Orge was up. Happy birthday, Shane Orge. Nugget was up. It was me, Nugget, and Shane Orge. Us 3 were up. And then we had Kenny, who was like drifted. He was like, you were like semi awake.
I was in and out of sleep. Like I was like,
Yeah.
there was enough where if you talked to me, I would have said something, but I was asleep.
Yeah, that we'll get back to that later because you did say something.
Yeah, I know. But
And also Aaron, who had crashed like 3 hours beforehand.
Yeah, he was
He's been
gone.
like he's 3 hours deep in sleep.
He was sleep the very first person to go to sleep each night. He was gone.
Yeah,
And he'd wake up the first person as well.
yeah, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
So you want to explain? You were awake for it.
All right, okay. So basically, what happens was Nugget, me, and Shane, we were all just chatting. You know, we were actually chatting pretty deep. Like we had some deep conversations there. We were talking about everything, and we've been talking for like 2 hours at that point, I reckon. And we've just started to doze off. Like we're all in bed. We're starting to drift off. And the first thing we hear, I believe it was Aaron first.
It was Aaron, yeah.
It was Aaron first. We hear. I'm actually going to do a reenactment of this. Oh, he's off. Oh, he's been sent off. Daya's been sent off. It's a second yellow. so if you want context to that,
The next morning, he tells us.
yeah, he tells us what happened. So first of all, De is goalkeeper for Manchester United. And he was dreaming about soccer, apparently. That's his context, right? And he said in his dream world, he was watching Man City versus Man United, and De Gea fly kicked Kyle Walker outside the box. And Aaron proceeds to yell, "He's off! He's a second yellow. He's been sent off." And me, Nugget, and Shane start bawling your eyes out. Keep in mind, this is like 2 a.m., right? This is 2 a.m. and we're just laughing like crazy because in dead silence, we've just stopped talking, dead silence, all we hear is, he's off. He's been sent off. It's the second yellow.
Oh my.
And then,
Even in the cabin, I find that hilarious.
yeah. Now, we're going to move on a little bit, and this involves Kenny now.
It's like 5 minutes later. Isn't
So we were just calming down from what happened, and we probably startled Kenny. Like he probably woke up and went back to sleep, or was drifting in and out again. But what's happened is about 5 minutes after he said Aaron said all this shit, we've gone quiet again. Kenny, who's by the way like right next to me, I feel him like kind of roll over, and he's put his arm up like this, and he's gone, oh, so you can't see it, like this, and he's gone, I'm on drugs. Now, the funniest part about this all is Nugget's quick to respond. He goes, what drugs you on, Kenny? Kenny responds,
back to sleep.
and back to sleep. We didn't hear from him for the rest of the night. That's gold.
Oh, yeah, it was fucking funny. Yeah, I heard about it the next morning. I was.
Oh, the Queensland vlog was the Queens.
That was probably
Queensland
that
vlog
was probably one of the best up there for the best moments of that year. I would say
Definitely.
that. Oh no, Touch Woody was this year. So that Oz tag that year, for me, the formal was good.
Yeah,
That was very good.
That was cold.
It
was a movie, bro.
So those three are probably my top 3 moments of that year. Like probably others I'm forgetting about, but those 3 are like the ones that pop straight into my head that I remember.
Yeah, that's valid. Alright, well, we're gonna move on. The Queensland vlog was amazing. Lots of stories out of it.
Yeah, there's more, but like guys.
Yeah,
we can talk forever if we want.
Yeah, we could talk a whole hour about the Queensland vlog, because Queensland in general, like not just in the vlog, the
like,
whole
legit,
Queensland
going
trip.
there, going home.
Like it was just
like,
so fun.
like behind the scenes, like what happened, like in between when the cameras weren't on.
Oh, there were so many clips we couldn't like put in because like some clips were from the teacher giving his like off and on ride experiences.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
There's some of the teachers like some of the experiences, like the teachers were saying stuff to us like in conversation with them, like they were talking to us as if they were our friends, which they are. But like it was like we can't put that on YouTube. The fact that the teachers speaking to us
even
like
that clip when it was Deza after the ride and then Nugget violates him.
Yeah.
Like, he asked for that not to be put in. We did.
Yeah, like,
we didn't put that in.
We
respect the teachers.
We made sure the teachers were okay with the stuff that we put in before. Like,
and that's why we just played it safe and didn't put any of the teachers.
Well, we put on that one, the Braith part.
No, he wasn't in that one.
Darren. No, we've.
He's
complained from the manager. His
face wasn't in it.
But you could hear his voice.
And we actually showed him that part of the video. And
he loved it.
He loved it. So yeah.
But one thing I'd like to mention is in Queensland, this goes for any like excursion or field trip, whatever it is. If you stay a couple nights, that's the closest you'll ever get to your teachers, and they feel like actual friends for a bit.
Yeah, like I still talk to them as if they're my friends. Like the teachers, like the bond between the teachers is like it's like more than just a respect. They have respect for you, your actual friends. And like so these two, like I wasn't really friends with these two at the time. Like I knew them, and I was like I talked to them when I'd see them, but I wouldn't actually hang out with them. But like that changed that kind of thing. Like obviously Nathan, who's here, he's like I hang out with him regularly. Like obviously evidently he's here right now, but like these two though, I got to know them more, like especially being in his cabin. I got to know him heaps more than what I already did. You being filming.
Tell him about that.
On the train, I was pretty honest with him. I go, yeah, I'll be honest with you, mate. When I first met you, I thought you were a bit of a wanker, but I actually don't mind you now. But no, obviously that was just me expressing my emotions, saying that
being honest.
Good friend.
A good
friend. And
a good friend would be honest.
Our friendship, like all 4 of us, is very honest.
We've really bonded now, and we get really, really close. Let's not get too intimate, but you know, we keep that off cameras.
No, I'm good. But
we're only kidding.
Yeah, but even with Nugget, Shane, Shane obviously is always, and Nugget were always my good friends. Shane probably was at the time a bit better than Nugget as a friend. Like I was more close with him. Yeah. And even Aaron, but all of them, like I'm heaps close to all of yous now. Like no, I was. Like I kind of used to drift around between friend groups, but now I've found like my people, I guess.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah, it's really good to have like a solid group of friends.
Yeah, the Queensland trip brought that.
It really bonds, like even just the whole year in general.
The whole year, like
it bonded the whole year.
People
together.
that were hated each other were all like friends. They were talking
like
to each
the
other.
bitchy groups they used to be.
I want to say bitchy. That's a bit harsh. But I'd say
It's
the group.
true. It's true,
No,
yeah.
but I don't want to say that in the fact that it's not fair to call them that, like while they're not here. But like, so the groups that like don't like, or people that don't like
The
each other,
chirpy
particularly,
groups
yeah,
that would,
they
like,
talk
check
about
out.
each other and don't say stuff about each other. Don't
There's like
particularly like each
there's
other.
two groups, and you can tell
At
they're
the
off.
time, at the time they were. They're not really now.
Not really now, but they were beefing at
They,
one point.
at one point they didn't really like each other, but they're all good now. But yeah, even them, they were like friends. They came together. People that I've never thought I'd actually ever like talk to and be close with. I became close with. Like, not saying these two I never thought I would be, but other people around, like people I'd least expect.
Yeah. Something I want to mention about the Queensland blog is that the teachers, right? So it was supposed to be Blythe, and it replaced with Whido.
Oh,
Like,
I feel like that's the biggest
Blythe, best decision that ever happened.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what do you reckon it'd be like with Blythe? Like,
No, he would have been the strict teacher.
he would have
He
he would have made sure we had the phones and everything because
Oh no,
we
I gave my phone. I couldn't care.
Yeah, I did as well.
yeah, like obviously, like I did sometimes.
But
Right?
the thing is, right, we would have missed
Raith-
out on
the Raith-
so many good moments. We would have missed out on the
Please
rave.
play nicely.
Can you play nicely?
Or the movie world, please play
The
nicely.
nugget on the Johnny Sins.
Occupation. Name. Freakiest thing you've ever done. Ride a horse.
I'm Johnny Sins, and then Nugget a 7.
Oh, if he walked in on us watching the Lauren Alexis stuff,
Oh
that one
my
night,
god.
he would have, bro. He's
Bro, I
like,
played sent us home.
Bro.
I wasn't in there. I took the piss. Like, they come up with one of my recommended things.
Yeah,
I don't know
you're the one
why.
that showed us
No,
the
because
video, and
I
I
was
was
watching
very
a Simon
happy.
Tinder thing that had Lauren Alexis in it, and it came up in the next video. I was like, what the fuck is this? I got rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I knew what it was, so I showed you guys that there's a piss take, and then then they walked in. Did they walk in?
yeah, they walked in and then they just.
I wasn't in
laughed.
there at the time. I left after it. But I'd done my shit stirring and left.
Yeah, but I reckon Bluff's the kind of guy to like have a go at us for playing, you know.
Yeah, he would be. He would
I
be.
feel like he's
Or-
the kind of guy, no
well,
matter what
I
you're
mean,
doing, he'll
Miss
just like attack
Richmond
you.
was so nice about it. There was a time where it was like we got kicked. We weren't allowed in the pool for the last couple of nights. And there was the pool time was like the end of the pool like and spa was like 8 o'clock. I think it was like 10 o'clock at night. For some reason I'm just going fuck it. I'm gonna go in the spa. I've gone and sat in the spa. Miss Richards walked past me. I'm just standing still. And she goes, "What are you doing?" I'm gonna go, "Just having a little dip, eh?" And she's like, "Oh, okay." She goes, "So I'm going. Well, the teacher's going to bed in 20 minutes. So you're gonna have to hop out soon." I go, "All right, thanks." And just stayed in there. Like it was so chill.
Yeah, fair.
Like, they could, like,
yeah.
because there was that sense of like they had respect, for, like not only respect for us, but they like the responsibility that like they gave us.
They
Like,
trusted
they
us.
they trusted us not to do anything stupid.
Well, I don't know about Darren.
I mean, Darren, no,
He
even-
crash tackled you.
Oh no, but that's just us mucking around though. Like honestly, like
That was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
I wish I got the whole thing on video. I only got like the tail end of it.
yeah, no, that's all good though. No, but like so even like that, but it was like everyone came together, kind of thing. It was friends. It was good. It was nice.
It was really nice, and our cabin at night.
I don't know about your
Nathan
cabin.
was in the cabin. He's behind the camera. We did some funny shit. We got
The penguin.
No, we had a penguin tied to the fan by a shoelace and
Oh
had the
God.
fan on full blast. And then Darren walked in the morning and said, "What the fuck's that?" It was the most hilarious thing. But then at night we had chip packets and we put them in the microwave. And like all like sparks came up and they shrunk down. But as we did it, Miss Peters walks in and she's a science teacher and we're like, "Miss, we're doing a science experiment." And then after that, I start putting the sunscreen in and it was exploding everywhere.
Oh.
It was the funniest shit ever because I just had no shirt on. I had my pink cape on,
Oh my God.
standing on the table that had the mattress on top of the table, and that's where I slept that night.
Yeah, because they wanted to kick you out of the cabin, didn't they?
No,
No, it was Begsy. No, it was that night where someone did
Yeah,
something in the
Begsy.
cabin and then Begsy tried to move in with someone else. Who else
Yeah,
tried to
no.
move in?
So right, Justin,
No,
right?
that was Justin.
No, Justin was like being weird and
No,
stuff.
it wasn't Justin. It was.
No, he was.
No, he was.
It
He
was
was-
no.
No, that's what Begsy's
Oh,
reasoning.
that's
Yeah, okay.
I'd say that. I'd say something happened. We won't name names. Something happened.
Yeah.
Two people in the cabin. They weren't big fan of them. So two of the people tried to go into his cabin. And did you reject both of them?
No, so it was only Begsy. He bought.
Charles did as well, didn't he?
No, but he just stayed because we were mate. We're like we accepted him in, but
Yeah.
Begsy just brought all of his shit. Like Charles didn't bring his stuff; he just brought himself.
Yeah.
And Begsy brought all of his stuff, suitcase, everything. He started hanging his wet clothes on our air. He put his AirPods in our bathroom. Like who puts them in the bathroom?
I mean,
And-
it depends. Sometimes if it's too. If
Yeah,
they're
but
the
why
same
was
level.
why is that the first
But
place you got to put AirPods?
the thing is, if I'm asleep and it's actually smart because if I'm on the shitter, I'll watch YouTube with the AirPods in.
Yeah.
Or if I'm having a shower early in the morning and no one else is awake and I can't use the speaker, obviously the AirPods go in and just make sure my head doesn't get wet or my head.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But he brought all of his stuff in. He brought him inside, opened the door and everything. He's like, "Oh, boys, it's alright if I stay here," because he overheard us saying Charles can stay, and then he thought he could stay because he's, you know what, a bit, how you going? And then we were just like,
You're gonna watch this, you know.
yeah. Shout out Begsy in the chat. Dubs in the chat for Begsy. All right, but
sample this.
Sample this, Begs. Sample this.
No, don't.
But yeah, he just came in and we were like, no, we ain't having that. So me and Dylan, right, shout out to Coxie, we got all of his stuff and put it back on his front porch. And then it got to the point where his AirPods were still in there. And then teacher had to go get it because we were like, no, you're not coming in our cabin to like coming in and touching all of our stuff. Yeah. We're like, we're not having that. Sorry, Begs, you know, no respect to you at all, but you know, we were just like, yeah, no, you're not coming in. And then he had to get Klempo to come in, and he was like, yeah, and it was just like, why would you just randomly bring all your stuff thinking you're allowed to rock up to our cabin? Yeah. Like, they strongly said at the start, not that they gave a crap, but they strongly said at the start that you can't mix.
But I think it was more the fact that girls and boys don't mix.
Yeah, because they thought, like...
Because obviously they don't want any naughty stuff to happen, which didn't happen anyway, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I was considering going to Sindle's cabin, but
shut
like...
up. I use pretty tame, like, nothing weird go. Obviously, like, not in Queensland, nowadays it probably does, but not in Queensland it didn't. Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty good. We had a lot of trust, and then we showed that we couldn't be trusted.
Something funny though at Queensland though, Nathan will laugh at this, is that when we moved all the mattresses out in the front lounge room, we went to move Bailey's mattress and he was still sleeping on it, and we brought it all, we just yeeted it all the way out to the lounge room, and then the whole rest of the trip he was so bitchy with us because he like had a fit and he's like, give me my mattress back, and then he was still sleeping in the bedroom just without the mattress. Because he's like, I'm not sleeping out with you guys, and then he eventually just came out, but the rest of the trip he was just having a whole fit, and then still to this day, Darren asks him, "Are you okay? Is your mattress okay?" He always says that to him in class because he's still sad to this day about it, which is really funny. But I feel like that was like a solid 25 minutes of just Queensland.
It was just Queensland.
Queensland insights, like stuff that you've never heard before. You've heard little bits about Queensland.
So it's alright if we talk a lot about it, but as a fact, like in this episode, because a lot of it hasn't been heard about. If it was the same thing over and over, going to be boring.
Like we spoke quite a bit when we had cameraman Con on the podcast. He actually
that was supposed to be me at the time, but I was so busy with all my schedule and stuff.
You were actually like spewing and like sick at the time. I remember.
Oh yeah, I had COVID, I think. And the week we recorded, the mics didn't work. The week after, I had COVID, and then literally for the rest of the year, I had like footy training like non-stop. I had pre-season footy training non-stop. Work non-stop, like it was just busy.
Yeah, technically, like an inside scoop right here. Technically, this is the second time we've recorded with Kenny for a podcast episode.
Yeah, no, I think it's the third time.
Second,
yeah. No, we
didn't record the second time about the nugget, did we?
No, we did. No, the first time it was just you sick.
I'm talking about like an actual podcast. Yeah.
Because we tried to film the double episode with him and Nugget.
Yeah, that didn't work.
And that didn't work.
That didn't work. We were given teasers and everything. It was going to be the final episode.
Yeah, which also didn't we try and do one with me over the phone, but I was sick at the time, so I didn't do it.
No, we never did.
I thought it was the original idea was to do FaceTime. But
nah, mate, you're off your chops.
No, the original time was FaceTime.
We tried, and then you were like,
Discord shit.
Yeah, and then you just did. Yeah, we're gonna do.
I was the one that I invented everyone coming to the podcast and sitting in one. I started that. I was like, why don't we all just sit at the podcast together?
Yeah,
like, that's a good idea.
I think Cameraman Con was our first IRL episode.
Yeah, he was. He actually came out in that episode, and I don't know. He's still a bit fruity here and there.
I was like, because I was supposed to do that, and because I didn't know like all the Discord shit. I'm like, technology wizard.
And he was like, oh yeah, I'll just go to like Uncle Rick's house and use his laptop. And
I don't even have an uncle. I do have an uncle, but it's not.
No, but I don't know what you said. But
I said, why don't us two just sit at your house in Tamana? We'll do Discord with me and you together in Tamana, and then go.
And then together. Bro, you wanna know something funny about like trying to do the whole technology thing? I remember when we were trying to get Blake. Onto the podcast, and we're walking home, and he was gonna do it from the chip shop, right? He's like, "Oh, we'll just go for your phone," and then we got to the chip shop, and he's like. You know the fat fuck. Like he not being mean to him.
Had a bit of munch.
No, he just wanted some food, and he's like, you know what? He's like, shut up.
Get the munchies.
Shut up. Shut up.
Get the munchies.
This is a podcast, but you can't talk.
Yeah. This is the Kenny episode without Kenny's voice.
That's just dead. So dead it makes look alive.
Alright, we're gonna cut into Kenny's getting cancelled segment.
Help me, have me captured for 16 days. I'm fucked.
Drive to London! Fuck you, Tomato.
Dude, you want it?
Throwing him under the
You don't
bus.
even throw me under the bus, you throw me at the bus while it's fucking moving.
Why was 6 scared of 7? Because 7 was.
That's fucked.
What are the and have in common?
They're both knocked down.
No, there was two. Now it's a tough topic.
Oh.
I feel like I've heard that one before.
Yeah, I
thought you were going to say that both those have fallen off.
No. I'll give that one to Blake out there if he's watching this. He wrote that in. He actually wrote that in the Google Classroom. In the check-in Google Classroom, Rexy was like, "Oh, he put some jokes to put a smile on my face." He said that last year, and that was one of the ones Blake put in there.
Oh my god.
And then you had Gemma Ward putting like funny ones like, "Why was 7 scared of 8? Because 9, 10, 11."
I got one that.
Bro, you mixed. The original joke is why 6 scared of 7 because 7 ain't 9.
Yeah, but she put them dumb ones, and then you had Blake saying like, "What do you call it? Bath bomb?"
Bath bomb, I was going to say
Like,
that.
you know,
Fuck, that's the opening one. No, I got one. My
Okay.
sister told it to me the other day. Mind you, my sister is what? She's 10. She said, "What do you call lick a lot of puss?" That's my 10-year-old sister saying that. So yeah. How do you know? In your house.
How?
Your food's gone and your wife's pregnant.
Look, guys, we just bleeped out the word that he said, but try and guess what
And if
what
you
broke into
and
your
if
house.
you think you know it, you probably don't because I obviously haven't said anything wrong. I don't want to get cancelled. But yeah.
Yeah, let us. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I reckon.
I got one.
You got
what
one?
Do
You
you
got
call,
one
what do
then?
you call it? At the spa.
What?
Vegetable soup. Oh. Yeah, that's one of my opening ones. It's just a little, that's my dad. Shout out to my dad. He said that. I probably shouldn't shout my dad out for my dad. Now my dad probably. What do you call a red Ferrari?
What?
A Jaffa.
What do you call with no arms or legs?
Chicken nugget. Burnt chicken nugget. Oh.
Trustworthy.
Oh.
Alrighty, we're gonna start another segment. It just started pretty recently. It is over and unders. We have a topic, and we say if it is overrated or underrated.
Why are we hitting holes? We're playing footy, are we? Overs and unders, we hitting holes or some shit. Back line.
What are you
Oh
going?
fuck! I think I'm talking to two soccer players. My bad. You don't get it.
Alright, we're doing over and unders. I don't know what this man's gonna know about. If you do, then
Footy players, no.
Smash that like button.
smash that like button. Hashtag retard in the comments. I'm kidding.
Oh.
No, I'm
Because
kidding.
you play fucking what shitty B, the shit team in the B's for the Rams.
Oh, who do you play for? Who do you play for? Huh?
Wine Roos. I'm playing the ones.
The ones.
Ones, but Divine, that's the best one. That's like the A's. Footy version of the A's.
Yeah. Alright. I feel you. Alright, let's stop the beef. Let's get into some over and
true.
unders. What's the subject for this week?
Subject of this week. It's a little bit of a mixed one. We're gonna go through some creators. We're gonna go through some heated topics. Just a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Bit of YouTubers, bit of creators,
Just whatever
bit
we
of
can
this
think
and
of,
that.
and just stuff that's from like.
I've got a
out
couple. All right. You know, so we can get our views for this episode.
Yeah.
Sidemen, overrated or underrated?
So well, obviously, like they're the best in the business. Like they're not overrated, but I say they're fairly rated because like they've got the sides, they've got sidecars, all that stuff. KSI's got Prime. He's boxing. He's got Prime sponsored Barcelona the other day. They're doing well. Like WPS needs to upload obviously. But other than that, Zinger's obviously got the body like transformation. Like Simon's got the football. He's got married. Ethan's got a kid. There's Josh. He's got a nice beard. He's fake Drake.
Yeah, valid.
He's actually Toby, best dressed sense out of anyone. Got his ill vision. I'm pretty sure he owns ill vision. Doesn't he?
He does. Yeah.
Ill vision. He's Crawley. At one point, he was like doing on trial of Crawley Town with his two brothers.
Town, yeah.
I'm not missing anyone. I'm
Vic.
Vic. Oh yeah. Well, Vic's just fucking a Minecraft millionaire. He still has his girlfriend, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
Got his
does.
girlfriend, Minecraft millionaire. So he's a DJ now. Like they're they're clear. There's probably heaps of shit I missed now. Like they even got the Sidemen movie trailer and shit. They've done so much. Like they've done like heaps of like collabs. So I'd say fairly rated.
Alright, yeah, I got one now. I got one. Nico. Overrated or underrated?
Milano.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Underrated, you reckon?
I'd say he's, in my opinion, he's up there. Like he's probably in the top 10 for best YouTubers, in my opinion. Like on the platform.
Yeah.
Yes, he uploads rarely, but the thing is, I'd rather have someone that uploads every now and then, but it'd be fucking quality and like consistently uploads every now and then, but it's quality and like good. Whereas someone that uploads like 4 videos a day and it's fucking ass. Like I'd rather that.
Yeah, fair enough. Someone that actually puts time into their video.
Like Chris MD is a good example as well. He's very good at the moment. He posts like maybe once in every 2-3 weeks, but it's fucking good.
Yeah, he puts a lot of effort into his videos.
Yeah.
I've got one for you. I'm gonna go for a whole topic, like whole genre here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for what do you think? Over or underrated? The YouTube prank scene, like at the moment, how it is, the IRL prank scene, like like the Gideons, the Nikos, like
them.
what do you think? What do you think though? Overrated or underrated?
I'll say that underrated. Although I don't know, they go through stages. It gets like overrated at some times, but there's a lot of times it's
a lot of people
the new
seem to think it's like
the new series that Gideon and Nico just came out with a few months ago is very good.
Yeah, the biggest menace.
But I'd say the thing is, like, you've got what Nico, Gideon, who else is a pranksters? Leo,
Loaf,
Danny Duncan.
Loaf?
Would you count him as a prankster? Danny
yeah,
Duncan?
yeah.
He's fucking funny.
That's the people that I'm referring to. I'm referring to like the Loaf, the Canel Joseph, Gideon.
Yeah.
Like all the OG kind of people.
Yeah.
Would you? You wouldn't say. Nah, he's not really. He's more
Adam Daniel.
Yeah.
Adam Daniel. So it's a bit of a
Who's the
backstory
guy,
between that one.
Who's the guy that there used to be I don't know what his name is. There was this guy. He'd go into like stores acting all zesty and shit, and then he'd start fucking screaming randomly like people are assaulting him. Do you remember him?
Nah.
Yeah, I was on TikTok more. We're talking more about the YouTube scene though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah.
I'd say Gideon, Nico, and Danny Duncan. My personal opinion from what I've watched, are probably the 3 best.
Right. Yeah, I like personally, I'm more of the underrated guys. I go for the Loaf, Canel Joseph, and
I've heard of Loaf. I've watched him.
Adam Daniel, bro. Loaf is such a nut.
Oh no, I have seen it. I've seen a video.
He reminds me of you, Kenny. He's very similar to you.
I've seen him. He was over lockdown. He became big. He got like. He was the one that kept getting harassed, wasn't he? Like he'd make the jokes and they'd try and fight him heaps and all that.
Yeah. He well, I think the most recent thing he did, he went to the Taylor Swift concert with a massive Kanye poster. Because if you don't know, they were beefing.
Yeah.
He's done some crazy shit. He's gone to Pride Month parades. He's gone to. He's definitely collabed with like what? I swear he's collabed with Gideon.
He probably has.
He definitely has. And he's been all over the place. He's such a nice person as well. Like he opens up to the camera. Like he made a whole. His content's like 20 minutes long.
Probably get into that. Open up.
Yeah. We'll do, like kind of similar to what we're getting into. But he opened up. His content's normally 20 minutes long. But then out of the blue, sometimes he posts 40-minute, hour-long videos, and they're just titled "My Thoughts on Suicide." My mental health at the moment, he just opens up
multiple audiences, which is very.
He's cried on camera for like 3 or 4 times, and he just opens up.
It's very strategically like done, but it's done to a point where it's not like you say, "Oh, you're an industry plan." It's actually quality, and it's like it shows that. Shit, but he's just human, like everyone. Everyone's human.
And the videos are literally just him sitting in his car or him doing whatever. Normally, and he's the most humble guy as well.
Yeah. As I say, that's someone like it shows that everyone's human. Like no one, like yes, you may see, oh, he's famous, she's famous, he's got money, she's got money, she's posting or he's posting this. But everyone's just human. They have their flaws. They have their like hard times where they go through shit. Like, and it's alright to open up and be like clear about that. Like to show that because like even people who's a good example. I say, well, at the moment, big one, Lana Rhodes, she's a big one. She'll talk about stuff that she's experienced and stuff like. Obviously, she comes with a bit go-on subject, which is like credit to her. She's made money off it, but like she's more than happy to talk about some of the stuff she's experienced in her like industry and stuff, and like make sure that everything's like should speak up about our problems, which is the big thing nowadays. They need to show that it starts from them, that people, it's okay to speak up about what's going on and what's wrong, because without that, no one knows, and then you can't do anything about it to help yourself or help other people.
Yeah, 100%. Well, speaking of like people like,
Just gonna cut in a second.
no, it'll be right. It'll be right. So speaking of like, you know, coming out your shell, talking about mental health and all that. Mental health podcasts. What's your thoughts? Like, overrated, underrated?
A podcast, even some, like there's some on Spotify, even like they come up every now and then, I just listen to them, like a bit, like, it's not like, not because like, people say, oh, it's attention seeking, it's not that, it's more the fact that it's just the reassurance to make sure that, like, that, so you watch other stuff and you know that you're not the only one that's been in that situation, you're not alone, people do actually understand you, and there's people that have been in that situation, and they've come out the other side of that tunnel and they're doing well, kind of thing. It's just that, I was like, oh, well, they can do it. I've been in a similar thing. I can have let's have like the mindset to do that as well and come out and fight through it.
Yeah, 100%. So
it's really good. I really rate them. I say I don't know if that's meant to be an overrated or underrated.
Yeah,
that's super underrated. Like that in itself, that topic as an entirety. It's very good. It needs to be like more like people need to hear it and see it more, because it helps a lot of people.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you wanna start wrapping up segment?
Yeah, I think that's it. Nah, that's it for the segment.
Yeah,
okay.
Segment. Yeah, okay. Well, we've been talking about, you know, coming out and like talking about mental health.
Not like that.
Not like that. No, not gay.
Nah, come on, coming out of your shell.
Yeah, out of your shell. We know what you mean.
Talking about mental health, you know, talking about like what it's like in certain industries, so people really get an insight of your life. Because a lot of people are like, because here's the thing, right? You got the month for the LGBT, and it was also the same month as Men's Mental Health Month.
Yeah.
So everybody was like,
no offense, I'd say I got my full respect for the LGBT.
Yeah.
But I say, like, men's mental health goes, like, it's obviously it's important. Women's mental health is important. Everyone's mental health is important.
Yeah.
But men's goes severely under the radar. Like, the difference is, like, I was saying that today. I was at the doctor's today, but I had to. Just like every 6 months I go there just to make sure. Like, I don't know. No, it's not that, but like, yeah. And like I was speaking to him about it. It was just like, I can't remember the last time someone checked up on me. Like, I check up on heaps of people every day. Are you all good? You all good? Everything's good. Male, female, doesn't matter who.
Yeah.
But no, I don't remember the last time someone's ever messaged me saying, hey, is everything going all good? Like, I'm here for you. Like, obviously I know you guys are here for me, but like, even just that reassurance of something, it's just so like, that's so like, oh, like, they actually do care about me. Like, it changes the mood. It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel like you're not alone.
Yeah,
it's good.
100%. Because what I was getting to that is that they need to put more shine on the men's mental health and mental health in general.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people go through shit each and every day, and a lot of people want to, you know, do really sad things like kill themselves, and that just because people don't, you know, check in and say, hey, you're okay. Even some people, like their own family, doesn't even want to.
Yeah.
And that in itself is really sad.
Even sometimes they don't know how to, or they don't know what to say, but they don't want to scare the person, upset them, make them worse.
Yeah, they don't know
they don't know what
to
say. I would say even something as simple as are you okay, or like.
That's why there's are you okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
Like that's a big thing. Simple as are you okay? Like that can change a whole person's day. Just so that you've taken a second out of your life to make to think about them and make sure that they're okay, and that you know that they have you have somewhat care factor to them, can change and be like, well, people do care about me. I'm not alone. And so yeah, like it got to the point where like people do care about me. They want me here. Like, and that might be that fine line between them not being here the next day, or like, as opposed to them still being here. And yes, they may still be like hurting, but they're still fighting because they know that someone actually care about them. They have a reason to, and they have people to do that for them.
Yeah,
which is
that's
a big thing. So yeah, I'd say that's what I'm big on. I'd say because especially I've been through it myself, so I like to make sure people are okay, because I know at one point I wasn't doing too well and I didn't have anyone around. It was just lucky that certain people, I won't name names, like they know who they are, but certain people have come into my life and like, I wouldn't even say, I don't know, they wouldn't say flipped it upside down, but they've just shown that there is that like sense of they do care about me and it's pushed me along.
Yeah, I can say the same about me as well. There's definitely certain people like you guys and all that.
Yeah, obviously you guys, I know that, but like, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people behind the scenes like that come into your life and they really change.
Even if they're not there forever, even if they come in for a few weeks and then they fuck off, like.
Yeah,
I've had people that come into my life like I'll be like, oh, they're like so like the best, like they've like helped me so much, and then they just stop talking to you. Like even then, like I still appreciate them. Like yes, they're not around anymore, but I still appreciate the fact that they were there for that time where no one else was, regardless of whether they knew me or not. They just like not knew me well or not. They were there for me. So
Yeah.
it was like, oh, it's okay. Like it's okay because I have someone that cares about me. Like obviously my family do care about me, but like. It's the kind of thing whereas you don't want to put that stress on them saying, hey, I'm going through this, I don't like because you don't want them to worry.
Yeah,
Kind of thing.
that's
the big thing. People are too scared to make themselves a problem to other people, so they just bottle it in to the point where they can't take it anymore, and that bottle shatters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good way of putting it.
Yeah, it is a really good way of putting it.
Like that's how I describe it. The message in the bottle, and when the message doesn't get delivered and the bottle shatters, the message goes missing, and so does the bottle. The bottle falls apart. That's what a human does. Without the human speaking up, it's gone.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. So yeah, a lot of deep talking. We really want to deep dive with Kenny because I know that's a big thing and a big part of his life is all about mental health and that.
Like more than seeing the different side of me. Like I'm not always that hyperactive person.
Yeah,
you
don't
have a
like
backstory.
you got the Queensland vlog, but then there's also this side of Kenny.
Like,
you know,
like obviously the more caring. Like obviously I do care in the Queensland vlog, but more caring, deep, like actually who I am and why I am the way I am, kind of thing.
yeah, he really will care for anybody even if he doesn't know you.
Like even like they're like not being rude, even if I don't particularly like you, if like even if I don't really like you and like I wouldn't talk to you on a daily basis, if you message me going like, hey, I've been going through this or something wrong, I'm not gonna tell you to fuck off. I'm obviously like, even if I don't like you, I'm just gonna buy the time and be like, yeah, it's alright, like I'm here for you.
Yeah,
you can talk to me about anything. I'm obviously, and I'm not gonna tell other people about that. Like I'll keep that confidential between me and you, but just remember, like obviously not that I don't like you, just remember like I'm here for you, but it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, let's go play like basketball, let's go do this outside of school.
It's just like a one-off.
It's not a one. I wouldn't say it's a one-off. You have my support, but don't take advantage of the fact that I'm being nice to you and have your support, like, and take the piss out of that and then say shit about me.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
it's that fine line between having that respect to okay, he's helping me, to then okay, he's helping me, but I'm just going to take the piss out of the fact that he's being nice.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you go to help someone and they go behind your back
or the next day they like say they like laugh at you and say
like
say
oh,
shit
look
to
at
you.
his dickhead like trying to help me.
That's that kind of stuff.
Like,
Yeah,
it's just dog. Like
it's two-faced.
if someone's out there, trying to do a good thing, even though you're not friends, like trying to help you, and then you're just out there the next day chatting crap. about it.
Obviously.
Like, it's not nice. It's not cool.
It just makes me feel like, oh, well, next time I won't help you, which sucks because I hate not helping people when I can. But like, yeah, it's like obviously I give you that one chance. If you're like, unless I'm really close friends with you, if you break that, I'm like probably not going to help you again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like obviously
if
say,
you break the
obviously
trust.
say I hope you're all good, but I'm not going to be like going my own way to do over and above and beyond to help.
Yeah,
you.
you're not going to just like call them and just to make sure double check everything.
That kind of stuff.
Because it's like if they break the trust and
then you don't know like why would I do that again because they're just going to do that to me. They could for all I know they could be a dickhead to me again.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
like why'd you waste your time?
Line.
Waste your time on like fake people that want to be nice 1 second and then next second they
nice
switch
to you
up.
when they get something from you, but as soon as they don't get something from you, they're a fucking arsehole to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I've had a lot of people in my life like that to me as well.
100,
which
bro.
changes and how it sucks. It ruins your trust with other people, especially people you're close with, and you know that you can trust. But even that back of your head, you're like, oh, people have done this to me. Do I trust this person? Do I not?
Yeah.
And actually, especially nowadays, especially with all the social media shit, like.
Yeah.
It's really hard to trust a lot. Like it's hard to trust people because
even like
always that second guessing.
Yeah, exactly. Even like trusting, like even just with girls and stuff.
I wouldn't say girl.
Like
anything.
I'm just saying in general as well, but like mostly when it comes to just like trying to like when you're in that stage where you're like trying to get with someone and then you're
talking
and you put your all in and they say all this shit, they love you and everything, and then
I wouldn't say they love you. You just tell them who you actually like. You trust them enough to tell them a bit about you and like the stuff that's going on in your life, and they just fucking go.
And they go. I've had that so many times.
The worst part is if they go and then they start telling people about that and they go, oh, he's soft, and like, oh, like this has happened to him. He's watched this. He's done this. Someone's done this to him. Oh, he's soft. Who cares?
Yeah, like I've had someone, like I'm not gonna name names about this, but someone, I opened up a lot and she opened up a lot as well, and then she eventually just left. She fucked off, and then she wanted to come back in my life, saying how sorry she was and shit, and it's just like, you've ruined my trust. I can't trust you again. Like, I've put my all and everything into it, thinking, you know, thinking something was coming from this, and then she just fucks off.
Yeah.
And then trying to come back saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Can we be friends again?" I'm like, nah.
Trust is a big thing.
It's a big thing, and like once you've lost my trust,
Especially
you can't
men
regain it
towards
back.
women, because women like, or like, utmost respect to all of them, but like women talk, like we know they talk, they know they talk, like everyone talks, but women, especially as teenagers, they talk within amongst each other. And like talk, it only takes to get the wrong person for someone else to know that you don't want to know them, and they say something, and all of a sudden it gets back to you like, how the fuck did you know that? They go, well, he told me, she told me, da da da, and that, you realise like 20 people know, and you only learn to that one person you trust to know. It's like if I can't do that every time, because otherwise everyone's gonna know about me, and you don't really want that.
Yeah, 100%, bro. You've been going like really deep into this. I really like getting these deep conversations because we normally never talk deep into this, and it's something that does need to be said, and a lot of people need to hear this.
Yeah.
And just hear that, like, even like just if you want to contact us, any of the BNT members here, you know, we're always here. Like,
too, yeah, more.
Like anybody, like if anyone you've seen in the videos, I'm sure like 99% of people in videos, like they're always down, they're always here for you.
Yeah.
Like there's always all these helplines, but if you just want to chat to a mate, and
Yeah.
like because I know someone that I follow, I don't know, people might know this person or not, but like Ryan Williams, he's like a BMX scooter rider.
Oh yeah, I do.
He does nitro circuits and stuff.
Yeah, I do know.
And like recently, his like friend passed away like out of nowhere. And he's like life support had to get unplugged.
Yeah, I
and
heard about that.
And then a couple days after, someone that rides in X Games also passed away.
Yeah, I saw
Pat
that.
Casey, and it just goes to show that you need to always check on your mates, always check up on them, making sure they're all good. Like if they ever need help, because you never know when someone can just leave this earth.
Yeah, that's
and
big
you know what I mean. And it's something like he you know probably wouldn't have known that. Like he probably would have because he would have been in hospital and stuff. But just to be able to like say them last words to him and and know like what was going on. So you always need to like always check on your mates, please, because it's really sad when like people leave this, you know, when they die and pass away. It's like sad when you don't get to say like your final words and shit like that.
Not even that. I'd say I'll add on to that. I've had experience many times. I've lost it for lots of people in my life.
100, bro.
I'd say if you guys want to get into that a bit later, or do you want to get into that now, or
we can get into that now, bro.
I'd say for as an example, I've lost a lot of people in my life. One of them was when I was 12. I was at my nan's house, my grandparents' house. It was after my nan's birthday, like the next day.
Yeah.
And then obviously my grandpa had heart conditions and stuff, but then he had a heart attack and I watched him die, like right in front of me as a little kid. Like, as a little kid,
really
that like traumatized me, and like obviously stuff, a lot of stuff like mental health. We'll talk about PTSD, all that sort of stuff, from seeing what happened and stuff.
Yeah.
And I haven't spoken to many people about this. Like a lot of people, like you guys probably don't even really know about this. It's probably the first time I've told you about this.
I think I've heard some.
You've heard some of it. You guys probably heard little bits of it, but not actually.
Yeah, I haven't heard like full detail.
Yeah, but So I watched that. I saw that.
Because like it's even sad when it's just like really unexpected.
Yeah. Oh well, he was so happy. I was like, oh, nothing can go wrong. Obviously.
Yeah,
he was gone,
and especially like at a young age as well.
Yeah.
Like I lost my nan at a young age,
Yeah.
and like I was too young to even like experience anything with her. Like I was just like in her arms and shit, but I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
That's the sad thing.
I had a similar thing as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. When you're young and you don't get to experience like life with that person, it's really sad. So you got to just cherish all your moments with everybody, like, and really make sure you check on your mates and make sure like
even
they're all good.
Even make sure like your
family members as well. Like,
even make sure that you spend make the most of the time you have. You just like you get one life here.
Yeah.
Like people I know, like you only live one life. Like make the most of the time you have with the people, because you never know when they'll go. Like take me for example. Like even then I didn't know he was gonna go. Like two of my best friends, they were at the Easter show one year. Like it was back when I was younger. Happiest days. Like I was so excited waiting for them to get back. Like I was like waiting at the front of my nan's house. They lived across the road from my nan. Front of my nan's house, waiting for them to get home. They didn't pull up in that driveway, and I was like, something's wrong. That night, the next morning, I found out both of them had died in a car accident on the way home. They were literally 5 minutes away from home. Corner, it was a bendy road. Bit of corner was a bit wet. The car slipped out from under them.
Yeah,
just gone.
I've had similar things where like I've had family friends that have died in car crashes, and then trying to go like drive back on that same road.
I wouldn't say drive back, but just the fact of like
knowing that happened.
Yeah, that happened, or like. That could have been you. That could have been someone. They were happy. They were so happy, and then they're just gone. Like two of them died. They were brother and sister. They both died.
Yeah.
But the older brother survived, and he went through a lot of stuff. He hated it because he was like them two, but one like I didn't. Like, how was that fair? How is that fair? Like, he was grateful he was survived, but his brother and sister had just died. Like his mum, I think she broke both her arms. Oh no, sorry, both her legs, and she couldn't walk for ages. And like it was just like it's shit.
Yeah, and like especially like you were talking about PTSD.
Yeah,
like driving down the road, and you can see like because I know.
They get flashbacks.
You get flashbacks. Like I've had someone die, family friend die on Woolwich Road, and driving past that spot, like you know the spot. Yeah, and you just get PTSD and flashbacks.
Yeah, or I remember in my nan's house, every time I'd walk down those stairs, I just remember that morning, and it's just like, yeah, that's not good. Like. And that's the thing, you need to speak about that. Even like there's heaps more I've been through. Like there's what like my step-grand. I think that's how you say it. So my grandparents, on my mum's side, split up, and then she got a new boyfriend. Yeah. They got married, so and then I was young, but he got cancer, so I watched him die, slowly of cancer, and I made the most of what I had with him, but it wasn't very long. Yeah. But it's like, even that, simple stuff like that, you don't know, like the smallest things can happen to the smallest person at any time, and it just flips someone's world, it just flips your world around. Even choices, like, you make one bad choice, not only does it affect you, it affects your family, the people around you, the people that see it, like, it depends. It's all you just have to think, and like, my big thing is, you have to think about others. Like, yes, yourself's important, but you have to think about others before you do something, or like, in case something might happen. Like, I'm a big overthinker myself. Having ADHD is part of it, but like, you have to think about other people and like make sure they're doing okay, because like, you never know. Like I said, all it takes is, are you okay? How are you? Exactly. Because it takes that split second from them being here and them not being here, them making a dumb decision, or like telling them, oh, maybe it's not. Like, yes, you may even like someone like, oh, I'm gonna do this drug, or like, yeah, maybe cop the argument, and you go, oh, that's not the smartest idea, and they get mad at you. But if they listen to you and don't take that, you never know. They could have died if they took that. Like, you don't know. Like, you have to just show that care factor, even if it means you get into a bit of an argument. Yeah. Because you never know. That could save someone's life. But just have to make the most of the people that you have with you, the time you have with them. Make sure they are making sure they make the right choices, and that you're making sure that you give the best advice for them, even if it causes an argument. Best advice for them, because that could stop like anything. So any small thing, life or death. Even like, for example, like a racer, all it takes is for them to have one tire have less tire pressure than the other, and then that they hit something, they're off the road, they're out of the race. Yeah. It's something as small as that. It could be like a tiny bit of air not in their tire. Yeah. It's like, so it's like, even that, like, it's the littlest things. Just make sure the little things matter the most, I find. 100. But yeah.
Even like if you got like younger brothers, or any like younger people, like steering them in the right direction. You know, if you went down a little bad path or a rough path, you don't want to steer them into the same path that you went. If you go into a path and you're like, I wish I didn't do that. You got younger brothers. Make sure they don't follow your same footsteps. Yeah. Don't be like me.
It's worse watching someone go through something you've been through, and not trying to help them, or like advise them not to do that, and watch them fall down that path that you went down, and actually going down that path yourself. Because at the time you're going down that path, it doesn't really matter. You reflect on it after, you feel like shit. But if you see someone else go through that path and you know how they feel, then you go like you get that flashback of what happened and stuff, and then you feel like shit if you don't try and help or step in. Yeah. But you feel like you feel guilty. You feel like, oh, I could have done something there, but I haven't. Which I get that a lot with a lot of things. But yeah.
I like how you mentioned young people. That's actually I love my job from that point of view, because
like the YouTube.
No, karate and teaching. Because I teach self-defense and life choices for kids as young as 2, 3, older, 4, 5, 6, all the way through. And that's like a really big impact.
And seeing them grow and stuff,
Yeah, I've seen some of them grow. I mean, obviously I haven't been there forever, but I've seen 3-year-olds grow to 7-year-olds, whatever. Young kids growing to starting to get into their teenage years.
Yeah,
so
I say the same with that. I'm a coach for a while for a footy team, my brother's team. So I've even seen them grow. Like some of the confidence they had from like the other coaches like made them feel like shit, like the players they are now. Like just seeing them grow. Even like I had a kid that never played footy in his life, and started. He's 9. He's had so much going on with his life, and like just to see him starting to be like I wouldn't say change, but see him grow as a person and see him be like, oh, this is okay if this happens, or like I don't need to get mad at this situation. It's just like, and it makes you feel that sense of happiness because you've helped someone or you've steered someone in the right direction, and you know that they know you're there for them and that they're going on the right path now because you've tried to help them and you've helped them, kind of thing. It's good.
Yeah, 100%. And back to what you were saying with the karate stuff, I was thinking this the other day. This is a bit random, but I just thought, like, imagine like you start karate when you're like 2, and then you keep going like for years to come, and when you're like 16 and that, like, or you've had all that time to like learn all that self-defense, or when it comes to that age where, you know, you start making the big choices on like what you want to do in life, it's like a matter, like, you know what you're doing, you've had all that experience, you know, like what to do, like if you ever get put in situations and you know like the moves on what to do, like you've had all that like big growth experience, and like once you get to, you know, you're 16 to 18, you're like a fucking unit and you can just do whatever the hell you want.
Thanks, Braith. I feel like he was talking about me just a little bit, but that's...
Like he's been doing it since he was a youngin', and now he's an absolute machine. Like you see on the shenanigans, like I had a cardboard box in my head and he just does a side kick and I just get absolute chopped up in the workplace. Like he'll just come around and do the most like weird looking kicks, and I don't even know what they're called, but they got like their own special category in like the dictionary or some shit. Like I don't even know, but just like having all of that like knowledge and stuff, it's something like kickboxing or karate or something, is really good to just like know all that stuff, especially like you even get to use a little bit of weapons and stuff, just a bit of self-defense kind of stuff, you know.
Obviously for the right reason. Like, you
know?
don't use it on someone for no reason. It's mainly, we have to like say that that's a big thing. If you do karate or any sort of self-defense, then you get taught it. It's to use it in the sense of if someone's trying to hurt you, like, and your life is at risk. You don't go up to your sibling and just go, oh, I learned this today, bang, just absolutely hook him in the mouth. You don't do that. Like, that's the wrong thing.
If like old mate Terry's in the van and
like,
Terry
tries to jump out
Terry's
at you,
like, I got minties, come in, brother. I got Netflix.
Or he tries to grab you, then that's when you use it on him, obviously. But you don't just walk up to someone on the street and go, oh, I learned this today. Just like fly kick him in the head.
Yeah, like if Uncle Ricky's fresh out of jail and he's like coming up to you, you know what I'm saying? You want to do some self-defense because, you know...
No, I wouldn't say self-defense, but as long as...
Yeah, because you want to stop them hands from going places that shouldn't be, you feel me?
Why is this... you've turned this around. It's meant to be... This was deep and stuff.
It still is deep, bro. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Using self-defense to stop you from getting hurt.
Use your knowledge and power for the right reason, not... Use it for good, not evil. Basically.
It's the most important thing. We teach people, as soon as they can walk and do karate, the first thing we teach them is to not use it not to use it on their parents, because that's a good. If they're not going to do anything to their parents, then hopefully not going to do anything to other kids. And then we realize
I did karate. I learned that.
Yeah, a big part of it is if someone's giving you a hard time on the playground, we don't teach them to
beat the shit out of
to
them.
turn around and smack them.
Yeah, we don't teach that.
Yeah,
if they turn around and start beating you up, to defend yourself.
No. Yeah, some of the first things they teach is in the self-defense department is literally just stepping back after getting pushed and walking away, and saying stop and walking away, and that's it. And that's what I love about it, because you're teaching young people the right part of the self-defense. You're not going to go teach a young person a spinning sidekick and tell them to do it on 3 people.
Yeah, even then, at a young age with karate, I know for a fact that I did it when I was little. You don't actually connect with a person. You never connect with a person properly. I got in trouble one time by accident, did, but you never connect with a person properly. And also, one of the big things is they learned as well, if you're in a situation where you're at threat, instead of actually trying to hurt someone, the steps are to try and get away from the situation, or if not, you have to make yourself loud so it draws attention to the situation so other people can help you. Because if someone's trying to pick you up and pinch you in a van, and you yell stop or get away from me really loud, and they're like in the city and they look at you, he's obviously not going to do it. 20 people are looking at him. That sense of that. Like those steps before you have to obviously kick him in the nuts or something like that. So they do teach in the discipline part and like the self-control and what to do before then. That's like the worst comes to worst. But as a child, I know from a fact from doing it, and to my little background, it's about just of getting out of that situation safely or like getting that attention to stop for the situation to stop without having to use violence or physical damage.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that you mentioned contact. Like, with like the rules wise, you do very minimal contact until you turn 15, right? And then after that, it's like contact karate or whatever.
It's all respectful as well.
Yeah.
Both people that even if you're like sparring each other, it's all respect for each other.
Always,
You don't hate each other.
always.
Even the people in the professionals, they always have respect for each other. They bow before it, they bow after it. They have their respects there. It's just a form of art.
They respect everyone. Everyone you come against, you always bow. You're taught that from even a young age. Like
discipline and respect.
Yeah, discipline and respect. And for those, it's important to note that for those kids that are scared of contact or scared of karate, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as everyone does their bit to teach the younger generation and literally anyone you can, important life skills, life lessons, help with extracurricular programs like kickboxing, karate, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu. Literally, it just goes on. Anything. Their self-defense, their discipline training, self-control training, and like respect. That's all it brings. And there's so many different things that you can do that all teach us the same skills and skill sets, but it's all tailored to your needs. Like, that's coming back to what you say. There's always someone there to help you.
Yeah.
And there's always someone that, that it could be a group of people. It could be people, you might have to pay to go to get classes, but you know what you're getting. Yeah. You know, you're getting life skills. You're investing in your kids' skills if you get them like that.
Yeah, my dad and I used to go when I was younger. Invest, like, discipline, respect. It's the core values: discipline, respect, responsibility.
Respect, responsibility, and personal growth.
Those respect, those like awareness of like in situations like the environment around you, something bad might happen. The reaction of what to do and how to take that without breaking the law, and obviously like safety, personal space. What's else? Street smarts, obviously.
So much. Yeah, there's so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
It's not. People go, oh, you do karate. Like, obviously, as a joke, I do that. Mana.
Yeah.
I do it. I know the respect. I have the respect for that. But I know
some people say seriously, saying like, oh, karate.
Yeah,
karate,
it's not. It's not. It's more.
It's not.
It's more than just like sparring and fighting each other. It's
especially
life
learning
skills.
from a
life skills
young
and learning
age
to
as
be a
well.
better person and like grow from other people and their experiences and their like knowledge kind of thing. Like I said, knowledge is power, and if you use knowledge and the power you have in the wrong way, then like nothing's good's going to come your way because like karma's always going to bite you in the butt. But if you use it for the good to help other people and teach them what you've been taught and what you not have to offer, and make other people like pull other people up rather than pushing them back down and putting them down, then it just defines the person you are. It just makes the world a better place, kind of thing.
Karate teaches you. It's a personal sport.
Yeah.
You can't succeed without wanting to succeed yourself or without having the personal drive.
Yeah.
But what's so good is it's being a personal sport. A part of being that personal sport is to encourage others. That's your responsibility. Yeah. And karate and any martial arts wouldn't be the same without having that sense of community where people feel it's their responsibility to take other people's learning, other people's experiences, and help and guide them through. Because if the first few people that did karate, got the skills, and left, then there wouldn't be karate.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a thing.
So everyone has to do their part to just, I guess, like in the sport environment, they do their part to spread the love, spread the positivity.
I was listening.
Yeah.
Exactly what you're saying. Yeah, it's all about not taking advantage of being like selfish with what you know and what you have to offer, as then sharing that with the other people around you to make them better and better people. Yeah. Because it's there's like no such thing as a perfect person, but if each person supports each other and like teaches each other little things that are better for the environment, better for the world, then that's the best you can do. If you honestly wake up and do the best you can every day to help people and be the best you can be, then if everyone does that, then the world's a good place.
Yeah.
Like, everyone make mistakes every now and then, but like obviously how you bounce back from those mistakes is just defines you as a person, honestly. Like, I've made mistakes in my life, but it's just a mistake, and that's not who you actually are as a person. And prove that, and all that, and like just be a good person and show that like who you are and not be an idiot. And like obviously there's times to be an idiot, but like even the sense of time and place, like not to say, like not to do bad stuff, bad things, and all that kind of stuff.
That's If you can take one thing away from this video is watch it all, because that's Kenny's just giving you. He's giving you life advice. We all are. Yeah, all of us.
Life advice, life lessons.
Like you're gonna learn something from this video
Yeah,
that
obviously.
you don't already know.
Yeah, even if it's about us or if it's just life in general. Like, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I get people, you know, they wanna see the, you know, they see the title, they're like, oh, Queensland Insights, all this, but it's like mental health and that as well. You gotta go deep into it. You can't just watch, like even with podcasts, like branch out. You know, mental health podcasts, they're really good, like way to like just kind of like I guess debrief,
sit
you
down,
know,
chill
sit
out,
down.
listen.
Even like ASMR meditation music, it really helps you calm down. And like if you're having like stressful days and you just want to relax, like you know what I mean, you're not gonna sit there and listen to scab, are you? You want to.
I mean, I might. No, I'm joking. No, it's I know what you mean. I'll follow on from that.
You
it's
know,
like,
you got certain things that you do in certain situations.
Yeah, each person's their own person. Just be proud of the fact that you are you, and don't let other people piss on the fact that you're you, and that you change it, make you change for others. You're you. God's like God. If you believe in God, God's created you for a reason. You are who you are. Don't change that. Don't try and change that. Be proud of who you are.
100%.
And just
If you don't believe in God, it doesn't matter. That doesn't change.
If you don't believe in God, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you believe in God, Allah.
It doesn't matter what you believe in, but the morals don't
you
change.
believe in anyone, but the morals don't change. Yeah, you're here for a reason. So be like, I probably should look at the camera for today. I say you're here for a reason. So be the person you are. Be you. Like be proud of who you are, how you look, how you speak, how you function. You may not be the most coordinated person. You may not speak the most fluent. You may not be the smartest. You may not be the prettiest. You may not be the sportiest. It doesn't matter. You're you for a reason. You're you. There's no other person that can be you, or anyone that is you or like you. So just be proud of who you are, because you're one of a kind, and just do the best you can do. And if you're not happy with that, I don't know what else you want to do. Just be proud of who you are, and be proud of the fact that you can do what you can do.
100%. I really like them kind words from you.
I'm saying, well, from that, should we just leave that there and wrap it up?
I think we should. There's not going to be a sports report because it's.
No
I feel like
mental health report.
Yeah, the mental health report. I just want to. I was gonna add on something, but now I forgot. I like it forget. So like, it was like in my head and it was gonna be good, and then I just like.
Sorry, I don't shut up, because that's the thing. If my thing goes, if I don't speak, it goes in. If I don't get that out, it just goes.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah, fair enough. But no, like I've never heard Kenny like go this deep, and I feel like it's something that needs to be said, and not everybody like talks about it.
Oh, not everyone knows the fact that I actually think like this, and I'm like this. Like they just see me as the crazy person that's like, oh, let's do this, no, never shuts up. That's like, that's just like they sit down and chill. Oh, like I actually do this. I go through this. I actually do have a sense of care, and that sense of like advice for people. Like, so that's like few people do know that know me properly. Like you guys know, like I can be like that, but not this deep. But like a lot of people don't actually know that.
Yeah. 100%. Well, that's a wrap for this. I guess you could call it like a mental health episode.
Yeah, mental health episode.
That was, you know, a lot of the episode this week. We also did a little bit of Queensland insights, a bit about Kenny and his persona.
Personal experiences
as well. Like, you know, he's got PTSD and ADHD. Some things, you know, if you've got like the same things and you're struggling, you can relate. You know what I mean? And even just mental health in general, you know, a lot of people are struggling out there. You can definitely take something from this and really learn. And, you know, reach out, you know, Kids Helpline, all that kind of thing. If you like genuinely are struggling, you know, we want to be here for you. The BNT's here for you. Kenny's here for you. And yeah, anything else you want to add?
Yeah,
I think that's about it.
I would say one more thing. I'd say no matter what you're going through, you are not alone. Like there's people out there that do care for you. Even if you speak up, if they don't speak out to you to make sure you're okay, you can always speak up and say that I'm not okay, because then the people know that you're not okay. They'll be like, oh, okay, I'm here for you. Thank you for speaking